What's up, everyone? Welcome into the Challenge After Show, the after show for the challenge. My name's Daniel. That's Jenna. That's Pam. Ladies, how are you? One at a time, please. Say hello.
Go, Jenna.
Yeah, please.
All right, I'll say hello.
Hi,
Hi. Excited to be here. Overall, I thought that this episode was kind of slow and dragging until the end challenge that I thought was good. Excited to talk about the whole Amber B situation. And trivia was a little lackluster for me. I like it better when there's more challenge trivia involved, like not unicorns and Greenland trivia.
I completely agree about trivia, and I want to ask you guys which questions threw you off the most, because the unicorn one really got me, because I was like, how the hell can a magical animal even be an animal of a country? Agree. Yeah, the trivia also, I was not expecting this elimination to go the way that it did. I know Casey is a badass and an incredible athlete, but so is Teresa, and I was not expecting such a dominant performance in one way. But we'll get into it.
And it's funny you say that, Jenna, because I was expecting a dominant performance because I accidentally looked at the damn title for this episode 9, Lady Vengeance, before I watched the show so I could write it down just to have it. And I was like, Lady Vengeance, it's going to be Teresa in an elimination. I had a feeling that she was just going to get her butt kicked because of this title. I got to stop looking at the title before I start. So
agree with you. But also, why are they doing that? Like, why are they putting the whole description just in the title of the episode? Die another J? I mean, how obvious could that one have been?
Yeah, it was. I'm so upset. I'm not going to look at the titles anymore. They really do need to keep it a little more secretive, though, because if someone, when they go on their DVR, if they just click it, it says it right there. It's kind of hard not to look at it. I don't know.
Yeah, it might as well just get like Casey one. You have to watch this episode.
Yeah. Well, Lady Vengeance could have meant in the beginning that until we knew that Amber and Darrell won the daily competition, because her friends. Can we get into the Amber B, because it starts with
ladies, I hated all the storylines for the beginning before they got into the challenge. So I mean, Amber B is the only storyline that I really want to talk about. And they're like, is she aligning with rookies or is she aligning with Big Brother? And like, I was like, I don't really care. Get to the challenge trivia. But let's talk about Amber B to start, and then we'll go in.
So I think, Jenna, you were going to tell me why she is in an alliance with the Big Brother people.
She's in alliance with the Big Brother people because she was on Big Brother. That was her original show.
Yeah. And she's in alliance with the rookies, Pam, because she's a rookie. So she's
living her whole life not knowing Amber B was from Big Brother.
I thought she was on like Date Me, MTV. Date Me. I didn't realize she was on. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Either way, so that's why she's aligned with both parties.
How interesting, because for some reason, well, it's funny because my first season that I watched was Casey, Fessy, and Josh's season of Casey, Fessy. I guess it's just Casey and Fessy of Big Brother. So I didn't see Josh's season. I obviously didn't see Amber's season. Yeah.
But yeah, that's been her whole thing the whole time. So we always knew that this road was going to come where she was going to have to pick one of the paths. Like it was always going to be Big Brother or the rookie alliance that she was in. And she's deciding to go with Big Brother, which is more the numbers game and more the experienced, stronger athlete in the game. So I totally get it.
But I feel like they also don't care that much about her too. That's why now all of a sudden it's like, I've been with Big Brother since day one. And it's like, I've never associated you with them. And I've seen it all. I fully associated her with the rookies. Those seem to be her best friends who they had their backs. So I don't not understand. I do understand is the simpler way of saying why the rookies would be so pissed with her. She was playing both sides. And now she got called out on it. She doesn't seem particularly malicious, but if you've always been allied with Big Brother, then make that clear to the people it seems you're mostly hanging out with and obviously have some kind of alliance with.
Right. Like now she's kind of latching on to the fact that she's a part of Big Brother when she was never really playing into that alliance before. I can see that. I do feel like from the beginning, she has made it clear, at least in her confessional, like, hey, I'm on Big Brother. I want to ride that wave. I want to be with that alliance. But from what we're seeing, again, we're not in the house. We can only comment on the edit. But from what we're seeing, like Amber M and Gabby were her girls. Like always hanging out in the corner together, always shooting the shit. So that was like her best friend, her alliances in the game. What I think is just so ridiculous about the situation is, first off, it's like Amber M and Amber B. Like, it sounds like it's such a mean girl situation.
The Amber.
Like,
It's the
the
Amber
Amber
squad.
like, I feel like that's from something. Isn't that from like As Told by Ginger or something? Like, there's actual Ambers with different last name initials that are mean girls in some sort of coming of age show. I really feel like it might be
very accurate.
I was told by Ginger. But the other thing is, this drama gives us the iconic moment of Amber M going to Amber B. She's like, okay, I just want to make this as super simple as possible. I don't like fake bitches, and you are one. And I was like, oh, well, I guess that was simple. Like,
that was simple.
Okay.
And I also like how she also said, you looked me right in my eye, like she's got an eye patch. Then she said it twice. She's like, you looked me in my eye. Like, not even look me in the eye, which I could in the eyes. Like, I was like, is she of one glass eye? And I just don't know. Like, why does she have one eye to tell her to lie to her?
Yeah, ladies, I don't really blame Amber. Which one are we talking about? Amber
B.
I don't blame her for being wanting to be aligned with Big Brother and the rookies. It's just extra people. So like, she finally got caught near the end of the season. She's been skating by all this time anyways. Go in and get your skull, girl. Oh wait, you didn't want to do that. You chickened out.
Wait, you didn't. Also, I do think she is kind of a pawn to the Big Brother people, even though Nani's not a Big Brother. I'm counting her on that because that's her alliance too. They were both like, sure, but we want to get rid of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they have Amber B's interests at heart at all. I don't think they really care at all. I think she's like a step down member of their alliance. Because again, they've never talked game before, at least not that we've seen. And we've seen the Big Brother gang talking, and we've seen Amber and the rookies talking. So
in general, ladies, you know, when new rookies come in, you know, you get excited about certain ones, like, oh man, I love that they brought Jay on last year, et cetera, et cetera. Like, he's so much fun. He's a great new guy to add. I have not been impressed by any of these rookies this year. I don't like any of their storylines. Half of them don't have storylines. I don't do who are new people that you liked this year that came on the show? Give me some examples so maybe I can like somebody.
The only one that I super like, who's not new, we know her, is Big T, but she's in that.
She's not new though. Yeah, she's not new.
She's not new, but she's newish. Gabby, I think, unfortunately, I hate to say this, I think they're like, who's the new Melissa? Oh, Gabby. Like, there's another pretty blonde that's kind of good. And then Amber M is kind of like a lavender girl, like Amanda.
I just want to hear. I want to hear from the fans in the comments below. Seriously, tell me who these new rookies are and why they're so amazing. Please tell me, because I'm missing something.
I don't dislike any of them, but they have jammed together. Which
I actually really like Amber B, and I like Gabby, and I know that they're on separate ends of this tidbit. I won't even call it a fight because it's not really. It shouldn't be as dramatic as it is. But I understand both of their perspectives. Why wouldn't Amber be utilized to alliances? She's a rookie, being with the rookie girls that I'm sure she was hanging out with and having fun with at the same time. You might as well have an alliance with them. And if you're a big brother, hell yeah, ride that coattail. So I get Amber B, but I also understand if Gabby's feeling like, oh, this entire time she made me feel like I was her number one girl, and Amber M's like, this whole time you feel like we're all besties, we're all in this together, and now all of a sudden you want to go big brother. So now I just see you. Like, now I get it. So I totally understand all of their perspectives, and I happen to really like both of them. I feel like they carry themselves well with confidence. They just seem like cool girls. I like them. The other thing
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying they do seem like cool people. I would hang out with them. I just haven't been impressed by their storylines or their gameplay the entire season. I guess that's my point.
The gameplay is just that they formed an alliance, so they've got some numbers, and because it's a partners thing, more than ever before, the rookies are harder to just pick off one by one.
Fair enough. I'm just bored with their storylines. I was bored with this whole thing up to trivia. I couldn't get into it.
Well, I want to defend the Gabby and Amber M to Jenna's point, which is, yes, it's gameplay, it's this, you have your line, sure, but I think she was super snaky about it, and that's why they're hurt. Because when you look someone in the eye that you consider a friend and they say, I would never vote for you, I could never do that, and then you do, that's a betrayal. So it's not just that. rocking on the alliance.
At least the producers did a good job setting that up last episode, and it carried over into this episode. So that was nice. At least there was some carryover. So that was good.
Yeah.
It is definitely snaky, and it doesn't matter who does it. If anybody else did it, I would say it's just as snaky. But for some reason, from Amber B, I think that she's not trying to be a snake. I truly just don't think she likes confrontation. And I think she's just a people pleaser, and she needs to learn how to be honest. She's just telling people what they want to hear because she doesn't want to have drama or have confrontation. It's like, that's what's making people say you're a snake. Like, just stop lying to them.
I agree.
Like,
I agree with you completely. That's why I think she's a bit of a pawn in the Big Brother team's game. I don't think she meant ill will towards, but that's where the house was going. And I feel like she would have been a lot cooler with those girls and been still respected by them if she said, look, my vote's, the house is voting you and Michi. My vote's not going to make a difference except for that the Big Brother Alliance is then going to target me. So I want to let you know, I don't want to vote you in. I love you. You're my girl, but that's the way the house is voting. I'm not going to change it, but I'll get a target on my back if I don't go along with it. You can understand that. And that's an honest answer. Like when she says, are you going to vote for me? I hear my name and you go, no, I would never. Then I'd be like, you're a freaking liar.
Yeah, bad luck. Absolutely. I feel like she gets so frazzled when people confront her that she starts stuttering and she's already incriminating herself, making herself guilty. Like, just be honest.
Right. She just should have been. I agree that she seems like a truly nice person but then don't lie in people's eye. You know what I mean? I get it. But you don't need to just say the right thing and then do another thing because they're going to find out and you're going to look like a jerk. Say, I'll do what I can, but that's the way it seems like the house is going. I'll try and convince them not to. But
and
if
to Dan's point,
I'm not going to sacrifice myself.
Yes. And I'm excited to talk about Amber B's gameplay or lack of, to Dan's point, later in the episode. But should we talk about the trivia challenge?
Yes, ladies, let's get into trivia. You got 45-degree Fahrenheit water down there that everyone's afraid to go into.
In a wetsuit.
In a wetsuit where it's obviously not even going to be that cold, but they make it like it's a big deal. However, they did look like they were pretty high up. And I like the element of, even if you get a question wrong, it's not like 2 questions wrong and you're out. You can, if you have strength and endurance, 2 of our 5 assets, you could last in this game a very long time. So I like that twist on trivia. I don't like that it was only true or false questions though, because they have a 50-50 shot and it's not as fun. I did think the questions were fun, Pam, unlike, I know you wanted more challenge trivia.
Just a little bit.
I thought the challenge, the questions were fun though. Ladies, what were your thoughts?
Some of them were. I feel like the square root stuff, like either you know that or you don't, and I guess you should, or I don't know. I like the game of what was the weirdest question to like, what did you find the weirdest? And yes, the unicorn, I did. There was something else that was really weird.
Okay, so ladies, what was the weirdest question? What was the one that you were like, oh, well, how about, or like, which is the question you're like, oh my God, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Because I had a couple of those.
That was the damn unicorn one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really was. I feel dumb saying it now that it seems like such obvious knowledge. My boyfriend knew it, but I didn't know that hot water freezes quicker than cold water. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. The one that threw me off, because I knew they said like your nose grows.
Yes.
Like, I knew that, but I didn't know that your earlobes also grew. I'm like, what am I having like floppy ass earlobes down to my shoulders when I'm old? I didn't know that.
You see really old people that look like Elmer Fudd. I mean, like, because those things keep growing.
I knew your nose grew, but I had no idea about the ear, so that was fun.
I thought when you're dead, your fingernails and hair still grows for a little while.
Well, whatever it was,
That I was like, so maybe that's true.
TJ's name is Thomas Joseph. Did you guys? I didn't know what it stood for.
Not at all.
And that's fun. I mean, that's cool.
That was fun. Wait, there was one that was so idiotic of Lolo to get this wrong. And I don't remember what the question was. I thought I wrote it down and I can't find it in my notes. There was a question that Lolo got wrong and it was just like, girl, what? Like,
go on. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Think of it.
It's Washington, D.C.
Oh.
State.
Yeah, that was bad.
I gotta admit, the only reason I know that that's not true is because the kid that I work with is obsessed with geography and states, and now he's moving to the world. And I was like, DC's not a state, and he's like, no, it's in Maryland. I
Yeah.
always thought it was its own thing because District of Columbia is an address, like you would write
Yeah, it takes up 2 states.
blah blah blah.
Yeah, it takes up Maryland, and I think it takes up either Virginia or
Some
West
of Virginia.
One of the Virginia
Yeah.
takes up.
Right, so it's sort of its own state.
But that was one of
It's a
the
middle of
district.
2
It's a
states.
district.
I didn't think that was as
I thought it was bad because it's like it's not a state. I don't know, but
Well-
again, to each their own. There's a lot that I feel like an idiot about too.
Well, what about when they said MI6, which is Mission Impossible
but
6,
it's
the movie?
UK. But
Huh?
we know that's Europe, not
I know, but it's still hilarious that it's a movie and they thought it was an actual CIA agency.
no, but for real, MI something is the name, unless I'm wrong. I think there is in not America, in like England or the UK now, there is an MI squad, maybe not an MI, something that is what they're called.
Well, they said United States, and then she said it was true.
Right.
It was
It's not the United States, but no, I know there's a movie, but I thought it was named after a real thing. Not an, I don't know. Now I'm questioning. I'm as dumb as, I mean, again, these are, you could be really smart and not know some of these questions, or really dumb and know some of them. It's just,
I guess the true and false shot them in the foot that they had to ask so many questions, and maybe that's why we didn't get to see all of them, because that's what annoyed me about the true and false too, is that trivia is usually my favorite. It's the most fun episode of the season, and the true and false just didn't do it for me, because half the time it's like an accelerated true, false, wrong, correct, incorrect, and it's just like, okay, we're not even hearing the questions half the time. The hanging was a really good element to it, because some of them just did so well hanging on until their body gave up. Lolo did incredible. Nom, amazing.
Gabby did a good
Gabby did really good. She held her own. Teresa did pretty good. Yeah,
a lot of people did really well at, and Nom, did you say Nom? Nom was a surprise rock star in this.
It seems like it would be a really good ab workout because you're so strung out your whole body, and I'm like, man, that must have been a really good ab workout for them. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, everybody was obviously gunning for Teresa and Amber B for the women. The men was a little less clear. Devon surprised me. He impressed by hanging on second to last, because you know he has like, his thing is he has the brains. Although this stuff is like,
he did good.
He did good athletically too, but in the brain department, it's like these questions are also just the luck of the draw. Like sometimes you get the easier one, or they're almost like customized to what you know. If you know movies, you might be better at something. If you know geography, you might be better at something.
Devon got the unicorn one, right?
I don't know.
I think Devon got the unicorn as the official
animal. Jenna, with that said, though, even once it's the luck of the draw and you get a random question, you still have a 50-50 shot of getting it right.
Right.
Like, you know,
still, but if it is, I mean, I sort of get it, but I want to say that I'm a fickle bitch, because now I'm so team Devon. Like I love Devon. I'm like, get those big brother cheats out. Oh, they're gross. Devon's funny. Like, yay, Devon. Now I'm on team Devon. I thought he was really funny.
Devon is that character though. He fluctuates every episode. He is hit or miss. Like I feel the same way. Some episodes I'm like, I roll city, just get off my screen, and then some I'm like, you know what, I still got love for you.
I like him. I like him every episode, and now people are gonna write in the comments, well, obviously you do, Dan. I know I do. I like him every episode.
You do, Dan. You do.
I do. I like him every episode.
I thought he was markedly, like distinctly and annoyingly so, a Wes impersonator in the beginning of the season. Now I see he's doing his own thing, but even in the beginning, his tone, like everything he was saying was like Wes was microphoned in his ear telling him what to say.
If you watched him on Are You the One, he's always been like this. He's always been like this. And I don't know how much he knew about Wes before he went on Are You the One, which was his first show.
No, I didn't watch that. I watched
he was great on it, and he was hilarious, and he was sarcastic and BSing everybody.
He's always been funny and smart. I've watched him in every challenge season he's been on, and I was super with him when he beat Bananas, but this seemed even more Wes-like than ever. Like, I know that he's a snarky, smart ass, but like the intonation and everything. Now I feel like maybe it's just because I saw so much of Wes last season or something, or in the beginning, that it made me the other way. But I'm over it now, and now I love Devon and think he's hysterical. And I like that he's such a jerk. He's like, this is that stupid sneaky show that he just hates Big Brother.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
You know what I noticed, ladies, throughout the whole challenge of the evening is that TJ kept pressing the damn button, and I'm like, he's not doing that button's not doing anything. There's someone behind the scenes making their levers go down.
Right.
It's not TJ, but
They
he
bought that
sound
red
like,
button at Costco. Yeah.
yeah.
Who doesn't love a red button though? Red
I
buttons are
know, but
fun.
it's just like
Press them.
it's just so funny to me because I'm like TJ's pressing it like, oh, I'm gonna get you right now, watch. And like it's not
Yeah.
really him doing it.
Well,
it's the best.
Luke,
Dan, it's also TJ that writes out the entire blueprint of the final every year. Didn't you know it's TJ's final?
like
He
my
sets up-
final. You're
He
gonna run
sets
my
up all the
Thomas
obstacles.
Joseph
They borrow TJ's helicopter, they borrow TJ's four-wheeler. I know, it's all his stuff. I get it. I totally
Yep.
get it.
Yep.
I was really happy with the final two though. Darrell and Nam. Nam is doing well. His second episode in a row, deservedly so. I think he is awesome. And I was so happy that Darrell put his name on the map too, because he's an
Yeah.
OG. He's great. And it was about time that he started to shine in this game.
Yes.
Also, I'm just really excited because these are two teams that haven't been in power yet. And I was really looking forward to different moves being made. And that's what disappointed me about Amber B's gameplay or lack of, because she just rode the wave with the House decision and the way the House politics were going. And she didn't step up and use her power in any way.
And
Teresa
you're right,
would have
Jenna.
beat her though. I
She-
mean, like,
Right.
Well,
but it
no.
doesn't even have to just be for Teresa beating her. Like she ends up ultimately picking who goes in. So why not throw Gabby in? Because
That's the thing.
maybe Teresa.
Sorry,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go.
No, I was going to say throw Gabby in, because Gabby already dislikes you at this point. She thinks you're fake. She thinks you're a snake. No matter what you say to her, you've already made that bed with her. And I don't think she's ever going to forgive you. And the worst that could happen is Teresa beats Gabby. Now you have an ally in Teresa. So you make a deal with Teresa before elimination and say, who would you prefer to go with? Who do you think you can beat? So if Teresa comes back, then you have Teresa as an ally and Gabby and enemies on. And then if you're going to go in to get your gold skull, you're going to go in to get your gold skull and you have an opportunity to, but you can wait another week and maybe just.
So Jenna nailed it. She took the words right off
agree.
my page. Amber B had full authority to go into that house and get the deliberation to vote for someone weak that she thinks that she could beat instead of riding the wave. She said she didn't think that she thought that Teresa was too athletic for her. So she should have been going around that house, getting somebody else in that she thinks that she could have won, and then she puts herself in to get her gold skull. Because even when they were in that room together with her and Darrell, and she's like, oh, if it's someone I think I can beat, I'm definitely going to go in. You knew it was going to be Teresa, Amber B. You needed to put someone in there that you thought you could beat, and you didn't. You just went along for the ride, like Jenna said.
right.
Garbage move. She did not want to go in tonight. She didn't want to
That's
go in.
why I think she's a pawn. It's like, so the house wants Teresa, so clearly that's it. And then now it's your turn, and they're just saying, okay, pick the strong. Casey can beat her. Put Casey. It's like, all right, how does any of that? Right. It's
Amber B played everybody else's game. She played the game for Nani. She played the game for Cam. She played the game for everybody who wanted Teresa to go in. And I know that she was intimidated by Teresa's athleticism, and you can't control who the house is ultimately going to vote for, but she didn't even try. She literally didn't try to make any moves. And to everybody else in the episode's point, they were all fighting with her before, and now everyone's trying to politic with her. So she really, I was disappointed that nothing new was done. It was a predictable episode, and Teresa going into elimination because that's the way the house was going. And Amber being kind of attached to everybody, but also unattached. Like we know what Cam's game plan was. We know what Nani's was. We know what certain teams are doing. But I thought with Amber B and Darrell, like, oh, this is a little bit of a wild card. This is something that could shift the cards a little bit, but it just didn't. It was predictable.
And that's the other thing. Like, and I don't think that Amber B's ever watched a season of the challenge before, though. But she, you have to do your research, because in that situation, she might try to get Gabby to go in. But why not go after someone like Nani? I think that Amber B could beat Nani in an elimination too.
They're in an alliance.
She thinks that Nani's a vet, so Nani must be this great competitor. But she didn't even try to get her to go in.
It might backfire. That I think is like maybe too bold of a move to backstab your alliance. like that, because then you're going to turn Casey and Leroy against you,
Great.
turning Cam against you.
She needs to get a gold skull, Pam. She needs to get a gold skull sometime, and she's going to run out of people to go against eventually. She's screwed.
Well, that's what I wonder.
Great.
And
so
I don't mind if she
gone.
screws herself out of a gold skull by people pleasing. Like, I want Nam and Lolo to win again soon. Just because I'd like to see Lolo get a gold skull.
I want.
Yeah. Or Lolo has a very fair shot to beat Teresa. I mean, we saw Casey go win. I mean,
right. They should have asked Lolo, do you want to?
Yeah, and that would have.
Yanni even said the only people that can take her out, and I think mad respect for Teresa that like because I think of her as one of the small. I mean, she's slim. I know she's not small, like she's not short, but she doesn't look like a muscle bound gal, and everyone's very intimidated.
Yeah.
They said Lolo and Casey are the only girls that could take her out. And I wasn't surprised again, Jenna, I'm sorry, going back to the beginning, that it was dominated because Casey's a football player. Like Casey's very strong. She's not, and she's probably got 20 pounds on her. You know, it looked like they were 20 pounds of muscle. So I wasn't surprised. It would have been really hard for Teresa to beat Casey unless she used a lot of strategy. And I love Casey, but I was kind of rooting for Teresa just because she's the underdog, and I like when an OG comes back and is like 0 F's given,
Yes,
or $1 million and nothing else. Like
I agree too, and that is nothing. And that is nothing against Casey. That is for the pure fact of it was kind of cool that Teresa was the lone wolf, and we love when the person that everybody is gunning after keeps coming back to piss them off. Like that one season, it was Cara Maria that got thrown in every damn elimination, and she came back every time. I feel like they did that to Hunter one year too. It's kind of cool when that person just continuously comes back.
Yeah, you gotta love that person. Like that's when I fell in love with Cara Maria, and same with Hunter when he was like, I can still compete, and they were like, Hunter, Hunter eliminated with like a broken wrist.
He had a broken wrist. The kid
he wanted to like dangle from trees or something. It was something that where they were like, you can't, you're not medically cleared to compete.
Back to Nam and Lolo real quick. I like Nam more and more every episode, and I dislike Lolo more and more every episode. I'm over it. I can't. I didn't like her on Champs versus Pros, and I gave her another chance this time. I was like, I kind of like her. She could be good with Nam. I can't stand her.
What put you off this episode? Because she didn't rub. I mean, I agree.
What pissed me off? Deliberation. When they're in deliberation, she goes, "Oh, I'm an athlete. Just put me in whatever. I don't care." You're an athlete? You haven't done shit on the show this season.
Yeah, you're a bobsledder, Lolo. You're a bobsledder. Not that's not.
She's an amazing bobsledder. She's an amazing sprinter. But
she's an Olympic winner. She's great, obviously. But what she does is also very specific.
Yes.
And sometimes as we've said,
I don't care if you're an athlete. You don't have any social game. That's such a big part of this thing. She literally said, "I don't like to talk." Good for you, Lolo. Get off the show.
Unpopular opinion. I like that she said that. I know that she can come off. It's a quirk that she has that she always brings up that she's an Olympic athlete, and we know it. It comes off very douchey. I get it. And I agree with that. However,
I went to Harvard. She's like,
sure. Oh, she's Ivy League. You may have heard of her. She's a pretty big deal. But for some reason, I can't help but empathize with her a little bit. Like she's just been this sort of, I'm taking the words right out of her mouth, but she's been that sort of athlete her entire life. I don't think she knows how to be in this sort of environment. And for that, I almost feel badly for her. Again, that she feels like she has to live up to this hype. She's putting this immense pressure on herself. She cannot relax. Like, imagine living that sort of life where you're just always even like persecuting yourself,
yes. I agree with you 1,000,000%, Jenna, everything you're saying. And again, psychologically, I would love to sit and study her. But as a viewer of the show, she's this toxic, I hate that word, but she's a toxic mix of overconfidence and insecurity that does not play well in a social setting where you're both defensive and offensive all the time. Like she's always on one extreme of like, I'll crush you, you jerk, or like, I can't do anything right. It's like, whoa, crazy bitch.
But that's what makes me feel bad about her.
I feel bad for her too, but it doesn't make me like her.
A lot of like professional athletes have to deal with. And you see that in their documentaries and stuff. Like they feel like they have zero self-worth unless they are the best athlete.
She doesn't have to be on the talent,
you know.
She is an Olympian.
I totally get it. It's just she's supposedly so competitive, but then her social game, she just can't figure that aspect of the challenge out, and she comes off right as super confident and then super insecure, and it's very weird.
It is weird. And then she antagonizes her partner. Like, that's when I got turned off by her. Like, you just can't communicate. You're not working for me. You're not. It's like,
to almost make herself feel better and rationalize her situation by dissing on her partner almost in a weird way.
And it seems like Nam couldn't be. Again, I was happy for this partnership because I thought Nam would bring out the best in her.
I just feel like she needs a therapist, right? Like she doesn't have
therapist.
self-awareness. Yeah, she needs someone.
Yeah, she must know to some extent. She's been her for a number of years, but this isn't for everybody. Like, I don't like it when our viewers say something not nice. I mean, like, but I know that,
right?
Like, you can't handle this and take it for what it is. Like, again, the most well-adjusted challengers play the game, and then you love who you love, you hate who you hate, but it's not
right. Speaking of love and hate, let me get the comment section going a little bit more tonight because I know this will be great. So I'll throw a little hate on To Kill a Cam, more like cheating Cam tonight. Ooh, watch out. Then the comments can go crazy. Oh, Dan hated on her again. So there we go. Fantastic. But she did, like, she was warned 3 times, Cam. Come on, if you're such a killer, come on. What's that about?
Dan, I'm gonna agree with you. It's like,
watch out.
I remember when she was accused of cheating. I was like, no, in the back-to-back. I'm like, she was just playing smart. And then there was some other time too where she came close. I think she's
the back-to-back before this was the original cheating one where I had said she was and you said that she wasn't so much. I remember. It was a very good conversation between us.
In this, I don't, this is my defense / I agree. I don't think she was consciously cheating because at some point someone was like, don't look down, like where her final, like when you look down, she's like, I think that's an instinct. If you think you're going to fall, you grab on to whatever you think is going to make you not fall. But yes, I
just think her body was hurting. I think she was just trying to get a break. That's all. But she was cheating every time.
Yeah. And I think that was a knee-jerk, just natural body response. Again, I also don't think she was intellectually trying to cheat or like outrun the game. I think she's a badass competitor, but I do think she probably should have been disqualified earlier.
It was
by the 3rd time.
Super unfair advantage though for her to be doing that, to get those breaks.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think if she was up there and if she was competing with somebody who was doing the same thing, she would cause cause a riot.
By the 3rd time though, she knew she was being monitored and was going to get that one. I really think was instinct. So like, don't look down. It's making you. I think the first time might have been instinct. The second time you see her edging closer, it's like that time she knew what she was doing, and again trying to ease. The 3rd time, again, I do think it was just like because you're going to be disqualified at that point.
I do think with instinct, but she would be the first one to like raise hell if somebody else was doing that, So that's where it's kind of like, all right, well, you probably should have been DQ'd by the 2nd time.
Ladies, any more thoughts before we get to the crater? Anything about deliberation? Anything about the clig glue? Apparently that's what they're calling it. They told us this on the after show. It's
igloo?
It's a clig glue. It's a club and an igloo combined.
Oh, because you may remember last week I said, looks like an igloo.
Well, right, they're calling it the Clig Glue, Club Igloo. That's what the after show. Okay. We don't watch the fake after show with Anissa and Tori, but if we did, apparently
we would know it's officially called. So getting into the finale, the best part of.
I'm sorry, TJ's final. I don't know what you're saying.
Final. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Now I get
it. My favorite thing was Anissa's comment at the end.
Oh my God! Yes, me too.
Yes. About Corey, she's like, gosh, people used to be scared standing next to Corey pregnant. Now you're gonna be booted off the show. She's funny.
That was so good. And again, it's just like, I just love you, Anissa. Just you're my friend.
Do you ever think that the producers, and I think that they do you think they feed them funny lines to say? Because those are like closed.
No,
I do.
I'm
not saying that one was fed to her, but I'm saying in general, I think the producers feed them some funny lines to say. Because why not? Why not make the show better? You would never know. It's a closed confessional.
I wonder if that's the case. I do think that's the case on reality TV in general. Yes, absolutely. And not to be like a challenge purist or be biased for the challenge, but I feel like the confessionals for each person stay pretty consistent. Like Anissa is funny.
But that's why though. I think they pick what, like Jenna always says flaky stuff. but I mean, I think some of it's natural, and I think some of it they add on for her.
Yeah, they could probably add on. But Johnny Bananas has the same like 10 lines just recycled,
I know,
you know, on loop.
They're writing stuff for him, I swear, to make it work.
Well, first, I don't think they have to write stuff for him because he has his own cheese.
I know. I'm not saying
trademark line he says every time. Like, they don't even need to, because he's just such a walking soundbite now that it's just like how he speaks. But second, Super Bowl this weekend, after Tom Brady wins again. What is this? His seventh win, seventh ring?
Number 7.
Johnny Bananas.
I know.
Posted a picture of him side by side with Tom Brady with his same amount of rings. Oh yeah, the 2 goats, whatever the hell the caption was. And I couldn't even, like, the cringe in my entire body. It was a car accident. I couldn't look, but I had to peek a little bit. So I didn't read the caption, but I was like, why are you doing this? Why are you putting yourself next to Tom Brady?
But
you know it's not the same
I
thing.
know, of course.
Funny.
But did you take it? You took it that way, because I just took it as they both have 7 in their particular sport. Like, I didn't think he thought he was Tom Brady.
No, Dan, no, it's not.
Look, and I'm the big, hey, look, Jenna, I'm the biggest Johnny Bananas hater, but I just took it as, okay, Johnny won 7 at the challenge, and Tom won 7 in the NFL, but not like, Tom Brady is I would go with Tom Brady and hang out with him any day of the week, just because, well, he's also from New England, or played for them, and that's where I'm from, so whatever, but yeah.
I have a quick, tiny bit of gossip. I'm currently communicating with the MTVT page, and they have in real time.
Oh, what's that? MTVT?
And they alerted me to the fact that, you know how we sort of see Gabby and Fessy hooking up?
Yes.
Well, apparently, and thank you, MTVT. I'm spilling it now. Apparently, Gabby had a boyfriend that she lives with back at home the whole time, and he knows and doesn't care. So I say, holler to an open relationship, or Gabby, maybe she said, I might cheat on you during that. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem like she betrayed him from what I'm hearing.
She probably said, Pam, the more screen time I get, the better it benefits you, babe. So just hang out and take out with someone.
Okay.
So are they still together? Is that the situation?
She's still with her boyfriend.
Interesting.
MTVT sent me a picture of them kissing now.
All right, so each their own. That's the way they want to.
And we can repost this on Twitter. And she also has some more gossip about Amber, Em, and Michi coming right up.
Oh,
yeah, they hooked up as well, supposedly. So,
well, it's supposed to be more gossip than that.
I don't know if you guys know the answer to this, but commenters will. So when Fessy makes out with Gabby, was Fessy still with his girlfriend from The Bachelor, or his Big Brother, his fiance brother?
Yeah. Oh, they were engaged.
He was. Were they? Maybe they were just dating.
I think they were moving. I don't know if they were engaged, but they had like just gotten a place together, like a new place to yeah. So this is
okay.
Yeah, the gossip about Amber and Michi is that they were, a couple essentially in the house, and Liv, remember Liv had beef because she wanted Michi too. Remember, I saw his season. Everybody loved Michi. Everybody wanted a piece of Michi.
Michi's adorable.
Pam, if you get a chance, go into our comments from maybe 2 episodes ago, or maybe even last episode, and they talk about that exact same situation. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, still thank you, MTVT, for telling us.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's get to the crater, ladies. I don't know what the hell it was called. I didn't write down the name of whatever. It was it was tug of war. You had to put the 3 rings on the sticks. I thought it was pretty fun. I don't know if we've seen anything exactly like this, but we have seen something similar. And it ended up being Casey versus Teresa. I honestly didn't give Teresa a chance for multiple reasons. I think that Casey's got some weight and muscle on her. And I also read the stupid title of the episode, and I'm never doing it again.
Yeah, you saw the writing on the wall. I think Casey, I never doubted her athletic ability, but this was just like, wow, this really solidified it. I mean, she steamrolled over Teresa. Teresa didn't have a chance. And at first I thought that Casey was going to gas herself out, because she said she wanted to set the pace, and she did. She came out really hot right in the beginning. And I was thinking, ooh, Teresa's a vet. She's probably going to know the strategy and understand the patience and how that plays a role in this. She's probably going to sink herself in, and Casey's going to gas out. And that is so the total opposite of what happened.
Mhm. Yeah. I also I thought it was a good competition. It was probably more of a nail biter if you were there. I'm not surprised that Casey won, but yeah, Teresa put up a good fight.
I was. I don't know. I was pretty bored
You did?
watching.
She did. She
She
held
didn't
her.
get any rings. She didn't get
She
any
didn't.
rings. She got no fight. She
You can get a
sat-
ring.
No,
No
but she
ring.
did. It wasn't like she dominated. You saw Casey struggling. I mean, they have to fast forward it. I bet the actual thing took a good amount of time. It wasn't a quick. It looked like there was momentum happening for Teresa a few times.
That's a good point. I mean, the editing, they got real creative with this one. There was the really slow song.
Yes.
Take on me.
Take
Creepy
on me.
take on me. That's what I was like. I love the creepy
It was
take on me.
Great. They're doing some fun stuff with songs this season, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. And I love that song. So like, it felt like a movie scene during that time. I'm like, thank God they're making this interesting for me because I really was thinking Casey's going to destroy her. At least I got a little show in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Right. From like a filming perspective, it was really beautiful and
Yeah.
cinematographic. But I also felt like weirdly placed. Like I felt, you know, when the music sets the tone for a film scene. So like the music in a scary movie, you're gonna know it's the time to be scared because it's like, you know, it's like building up. Or in a sad movie, it hits you in the feels because of the song that plays with it. That version of Take On Me was like making me sad and emotional.
I was scared. I was like,
You were
is her head
scared.
just
You're
gonna
so
rotate?
funny, Pam.
Yeah, it was a creepy version.
No, it
having
wasn't.
children
It was
playing.
nice. I thought it was like a nice ballady vibe.
Oh, I
so
thought it was
funny.
creepy.
We all had completely different experiences. Pam was scared. Dan was like, this is so fucking cool. And I was like about to cry. It just was emotional for some reason. Cause I feel like the voiceover too was like, I won't stop. I need to keep fighting, something like that. And I was like, okay.
And
Oh,
you
I thought
wonder-
it was going to be like, even if my head spins around in a full circle, I'll never stop.
And you wonder why, ladies, on these podcasts, why people argue all the time, because we all see the same thing and we all view it completely differently. It's so funny how that works in the world, you know?
Ain't that life? Yeah.
Opinions, right? Yeah.
Did I know
Yeah.
you ladies don't like spoilers, but did you happen after the show to just watch the mid-season trailer that played? It was absolutely amazing. Okay, so Jenna,
No.
Pam, you got to watch it. It's really good. It looks like the end
Really?
of this season is going to be badass. A lot of fun, a lot of drama. It looks like it's going to be really good.
All right.
You're not going to watch it, are you, Pam?
No, I don't like when they show.
They
there's
don't-
people. They'll-
They don't
Because
give
then I'll
anything
know what-
away. They don't give anything away.
Okay.
Really.
Well, then
Don't tell her that Ashley comes back.
I know. She comes back for a third time. She comes back for a third time.
And she wins.
And she
Oh,
won the whole
God.
thing. Yeah. Ladies, any other thoughts on the crater? I got nothing else. I was really just blah about it tonight.
I liked it. I thought it was.
I got one more thought for you. You know when TJ says, "Oh, you know, I would love to see Corey try to steal that from Leroy." Come on. Well, wouldn't that have been awesome if they did double elimination tonight and they made the boys go and then the girls, or vice versa? That would have been. That's what they need to do.
That crazy fake out.
One of these weeks, though, that's going to happen for real, though, ladies. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
For real.
Maybe, but there's still 2 girl skulls and no guy skulls, which I don't
It wouldn't
entirely
matter though,
understand.
because one of the boy would have gone home, and the guy's skulls would have still been 5. Because Corey didn't have one. If Corey had to go against Leroy tonight, he would have just taken Leroy's, or Leroy would have kept his. And then the girls could still go, and then we just be down one more guy. Who cares? And we get a double elimination.
Yeah.
I just want Amber M's ass in a crater.
Well,
and she got
has
to
a
dodge
chance
that
next week.
bullet again tonight.
Amber B.
And I was-
Curly Amber.
No, I want Amber M.
Oh,
in
really?
there. Yeah.
Oh, right. She wasn't in the last
I
one,
love
wasn't
Amber
it?
B.
You girls, I think it's going to be a girls'
Fine.
elimination again next week. What do you girls think? Do you think? I don't think they're going to go to guys at this point because there's still 2 gold skulls available for the women, and there's none technically for the guys. So I think they're going to do back to back, and maybe even a third back to back for the ladies to finish off the skulls,
Yeah.
and then they'll
I
get
think
into.
I think that's a good take. Yeah.
I do think next week will be, but maybe your double will be the like this is the last girl elimination, and we're making it a double fight.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that could happen.
That'd be good.
Who knows?
I'm in for that. But
Yeah.
that's all I got, ladies. What else you got? Please, any final
Nothing.
thoughts?
Thanks for watching.
I think all my thoughts are out of my brain.
Me too. I feel
Got
good.
to talk about everything.
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me tonight. It's always a pleasure talking to my two fellow hosts. I love it. I love it. I love it. Join us next week for episode 10. I don't know what the episode's called, and I'm not going to look it up ahead of time. And we will see you next Wednesday. Bye,
Thank you
guys.
for watching. Comment
you.
always. I'm in there.